All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is the PodBrother, and I am about to go live here on YouTube with a very creative music DJ, composer, south of France, Monaco, the world famous DevyMan. How are you, my brother?
Hello, my PodBrother.
How's everything?
What is this concept? PodBrother. What do you want to mean with this, Stephen?
Basically, we do podcast, and I'm a brother, so it's a podcast with a brother, so it's a PodBrother.
All right. I see. Really interesting. So, hello, everybody. Hello, hello, Hollywood.
And hello, New York.
And hello, New York, and all America.
Yes. And hello to France.
Thanz.
Because that's where you are right now.
In France, huh? You know it very well, Stephen.
Yes.
I think you are very aficionado from Cannes Film Festival.
Yes. I am right now playing your video in the background. Tell me what this is about. Is this a music video, short film? What is this that we are watching?
Which one? I can see it, so please.
It's there's underwater and it's the video Narcissus. Tell me.
The prologue of the book from Paulo Coelho, The Alchemist. It's a movie I've done to test how we could give a meaning to this metaphor, and I've tried to mix electronical in the music and traditional music together, as to give a glance on nature, because it's shooted in outside in a very, very beautiful place of but more in the background, in the land, in the background, in the mountains, near the rivers. So with the sun that we have here, it's just like a moment of eternity. I try to give a meaning to the metaphor of Narcissus, which is really on the rocks right now, with all the media and internet and all the way we are sharing a piece of ourselves to others.
So this is more of a environmental, inspirational piece that you have using the environment in the south of France, in the Riviera, yes, on this river, and it's beautiful. It's very green and lush. And tell me about these actors.
These actors have been answering present when I asked for people who wanted to participate to this. And we've been shooting, very, very quickly in this area, because there is only 4 hours of sun. It's like a drop in the mountain with a river, and we just have the light for a few hours. So it's been like a competition. Each day we came on the place, to really the great conditions and do perfectly what we had to do in the situation, which is nature, a violent nature.
And what time of the year did you shoot this? Is this summer, spring, fall? When is this?
Yeah, just at the end of the summer, because we have the advantage here in the south of France to have, like few months after the summer to have still a good weather. It's like if we were profiting of an Indian summer always, So at this time it was the case, and we could do it right.
And is this a piece that you are going to be submitting to some film festivals? Is this something that you're going to submit to Cannes? What's the purpose of this project?
Narcissus was already proposed in Cannes a few years ago, and I've done a secret screening for all the business and area and the investors, and also for the artists, because it's really important for me to see other artists. What are they to make something even more better into the editing, because I'm always searching for a good synchronization, like something which is really premeditated and something which is really into the magical area with the possibility of making improvisation, etc. You know what I'm talking to, you, the king of the comedy, the stand-up. It's always like a miracle that we are searching for when we are shooting something like that, with such conditions of light and the real presence of a nature.
Nice.
Something that I defend from a long time, that I'm really ecologic in my way of living as well, huh, Stephen?
Yes, I know that.
I'm really into Ayurveda, etc., stuff like this, the alimentation, the way you cure yourself with stones, etc.
Tell me about the music. Is this something that it took you a while to compose? What was the inspiration behind the music, along with what we're seeing here? Give me a little backstory on the music.
This Narcissus, I wanted something like intemporal. It's difficult to say where it's coming from exactly, and what it does refers to. When we're talking about the music, I had to find a way of expressing it which fits to this feeling of no idea of the time, something which is a dream, or is it reality? Was it true or not? Is it a metaphor, a legend? You see what I mean? And for expressing this intemporality, I try to mix different kind of together, and especially when you hear the classical composition, the moment with the classical composition, which is really intense and clearly define a traditional way of composing and a tradition in a, I would say, electronical avant-garde way of mixing it. So this is the advantage of now with the technology. We can do such great things that were not heard before, and who can eventually give some great vibrations.
So did you kind of have some music in mind, or did you kind of look at what you shot and then was inspired to make the music to match what it is that we're seeing?
Yeah.
Or did you kind of of some music that you wanted to use, and then you created some scenes around some of the musical ideas, or was it vice versa?
Begin to make a movie with doing the music like this. It's giving me, I'm doing so I heard in the business so much time people who are trying to fit the pictures, to fit the music to the pictures. I can't do that. I have to do it on the other way. I have to first compose some music and put the sound environment in my ears. And then after I can see something. And then I want to shoot what I want to see.
Okay,
this is how I direct. And then after I take the pictures and I put them very fit with the music, because I had this music in mind when I was shooting. So it's not the same story. You are already into a move. And this makes it the... It's a kind of a Godard way of shooting, but with premeditation of the music. So
the music comes first, and then the the movie comes second, the pictures come second. So you shoot your story around the music that's already, the music's already telling the story. You're just kind of shooting the scenes around the music.
Even when you're on the shooting, Steven, and you know what I'm talking about. When you put the music you already composed, you put it in the background and you're shooting, people are even more invested when they are acting. They are exactly on the good vibe we want to transmit in real time. So we have, of course, the way to, we have the intensity we are searching for.
Did you give the actors a chance to listen to the music before they did the scenes, or did you just kind of tell them, okay, this is what I want, but they didn't get a chance to hear the music? Do they know
the music? Because sometimes we are mixing. There's so much. You see, there is 5 tracks in this 15 minutes movie, and there's 5 environments. Which are defining the intensity of the scene, because it could be as well a long feature. You know, I've shot so much things over there. It was just incredible, but I've made a short with it.
Nice. Let's talk about your history in Monaco a little bit. Were you born and raised in Monaco? Where did you originate?
I was born in Gas, which is a place near Cannes. So I was really into Cannes Film Festival since I was born, almost. So I'm more in this area. But Monaco, I discovered it very lately, when I was about 25 or something. And when I discovered Monaco and the intensity of the artistic movement over there, and all this crossover of different but very well-known artists and so much talented in different kind, as a sculptor, contemporary art, there is a lot of people of contemporary art which are really shining in the world over there. And this is so great, and there's so much good way of giving the opportunity to the artists to express themselves in a secure area with inner peace. It's really a help for inner peace.
Very good.
Monaco.
Let's talk about your next project.
Which one?
Anarchist.
This one. The very interesting one.
Yes. So I pulled up a picture off of your Facebook, and I'm going to put that up for the folks to see while you talk about that project. It's a picture of you in front of I think it's a Lamborghini. I can't tell.
No.
With the
it's a Porsche.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, you're right. It is a Porsche. With the anarchist, there's an anarchist logo on the hood of the Porsche.
Yeah.
So tell me about this project.
This project is because, in fact, you know that I'm working since a long time on the project of The Alchemist, to turn it into a movie. And to study a project like this gives you so many opportunities, and also gives a strong difficulties into the choices you have to make. And I wished to give more information about alchemy, but in a nowadays and modern style. Because so much people right now are asking themselves questions which are so much important for the future of humanity and here on. So I wanted to talk with people almost in real time about all of that.
So this
And how?
this
Sorry.
project is a film that addresses that issue. Is basically what inspired you to do this project.
The real inspiration went from Cannes Film Festival, Steven. You know that when we are over there, there is so much
It's magic.
something else. There's something magical in the wind, and I decided last to not do the Cannes Film Festival, to not be present, and to watch what was going on with all my friends and check everything. And I have written a storyboard, which is on my Facebook, that you can reach on my Facebook, trying to give the thematic of what we could shoot this year in real time. Because
so is it the whole storyboard or just pieces of it? Because usually filmmakers don't give the entire story away on the internet before they actually start shooting the film. Is it piece of the storyboard or is it the entire storyboard of the project?
No, there is the entire stuff on it, and I invite you to have a glance, Steven, to be prepared to embody someone.
I think I'll wait for the finished product. I like to see things up on the screen, so I think I'll wait to see when you have something done, and I can be there and celebrate in the completion of it.
With pleasure. It's always a reward to be rewarded by you as well.
So when did we meet? It was like in 05, was it? 04? When is it? When did we actually meet? I think it was
2005, think so.
05.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
This was the first year I've done the competition.
Yes.
But maybe we've seen each other the year before, 2004. I've done the D-Book, which was my first movie. No?
Yeah, I was there in
Yes.
04. And I did the first competition in 04, and then I took it over and produced it in 05.
04. It's 10 years, a decade.
10 years. Wow, it doesn't feel like it's been 10 years. You still look the same.
You do. Never change.
You don't age.
Thank you.
So, now, is this your Porsche that you put the logo on, or is this?
It's a design.
It's a
Porsche.
It's a design.
Yeah, I'm preparing.
Oh, okay. So it's more of a mock-up. It's an example.
Yeah. It's a makeup.
Yeah. Okay. Very good.
You know, there is so few of this model, which is a real, I would say.
It's a collector's item.
Yeah, and also it's functioning with electricity, and I defend this willing of trademarks and this movement in society to solution which are more biologic and less with a less impact on the environment, of course.
Yeah.
Because we are in a situation of emergency. I think Leonardo DiCaprio says it a few times ago. It was about a case of emergency. So what are we going to do right now? Are you really going to do something or what?
Well, we need to do something. We just, we just did a bill, or I guess we stopped a bill from building an oil pipeline from Canada to the Gulf because it was not an environmentally safe thing to do. So we're trying to do our part in America to help the environment. So we're all working on it together.
We have to. I think there is so much power. And this was the meaning of my storyboard, last year. There is so much power. It reminds me, a whole very old legend that was told into the native Indians, I think so, which was talking about four strength in the world of four group of people, four different ethnies, and they were coming from the four direction: north, south, east, west, and they just realized that they were so much strong that no one could win. There were a kind of equality into the strength.
So
and they were about to make peace to save their land.
So I have a question for you. And, you know, you don't have to go into too much depth. Try to be as frank and as quick as you can. What I just saw a film that was produced by a director that I met in Cannes during the Cannes Film Festival about 8 years ago. And that film is now on Hulu. It's a documentary film, and it's called Burning Man and the Meaning of Life. So I've been asking my guests that come on the PodBrother show the question, what is the meaning of life for you?
The meaning of life for me is patience. I mean, investment, personal investment in what you do. Faith, transformation. Because if you don't make any action, you can't transform and you can't do nothing. So the first gesture is to try. And then after there is a movement. With this movement, you're about to create. You can create your life each instant. You can transform all the situations. You can also learn how to breathe, which is a component, fundamental component for everything you do in life. So the meaning of life is breathing.
Okay, right on.
And I wish everybody can breathe quietly.
Just take a breath and relax. Right on. All right.
But sometimes it takes a movie. You know, we like to see movies that are very intense. You know, with strong stimulations. And sometimes in my movies, in the process I'm defending as well, I like to show the process of down. You know.
Yeah.
And this is new in a way, because we are about acceleration in life, but sometimes it's great to have a deceleration.
Just to slow down, just to bring it back a notch.
Yeah. Like feel more centered and more gifted and more blessed as well.
So, tell me what the club scene is like in Monaco these days. Is there anything cool happening on the clubs?
You know, there is so many events in Monaco all the year that, and there is so many clubs. There's so different events. It was the mix few weeks ago, which is a famous event about mixing in the electronical music. So you see, it's always in movement here. In Cannes as well. You know that there is 82 exhibition per year, congress, etc.
Nice.
So there is a strong activity here.
Well, I'm excited to get back to the south of France and hang out with you. I'm excited to see how your new project is going to go with Anarchist. And
you can help the project. Ideas. It's about, I'm trying to receive on this project many different artists that I find very talented. And it's a kind of hand selection I'm trying to do, because this is what I wanted to say before with The Alchemist. On The Alchemist, it's a special project. Not everyone can go in this project. It's really, really about some legendary way, will fit to this way. But for the anarchist, this is what I wanted to open about it. It's for people, legendary people as well, but this time to hand back a little bit new artists, for example. You know, I like this is the concept of the unique team, to share experience and quality and trying to reach the top together.
Nice. Well, that's what I've always liked about you. You really are about helping other people and other artists and being a platform for them, and that's a cool trait about you, man. That's a that's a good heart you have to
I
do
have
that.
it, but I've learned it from people like you, Steven. You know, you're doing a really, really great job this far. I saw you fighting every day and giving so much meaning to you and to people who have been into your competitions. I mean, you're more a dinosaur, you know, in the system, which a wise one.
Well, I take
So
that as a compliment.
it's
That
always
thank
really,
you,
really proud
thank
to
you
to
very
to,
thank you very
to
much. We are about out of time, but before we leave, I want you to do a favor for me. I want you to look into the camera, and I want you to say, "Stick with the pod, brother." And
stick with the pod, brother.
I want you to do one in English and one in French.
So I do it in English again right now.
Yeah, do one in English and do one in French.
Stick, brother, bro. Bon, les guys, connaissez le pod brother?
Awesome. Well, thank you, my man. It has been a
Thanks to you,
pleasure
Steven.
chatting with you, and I'm excited to see what happens with your projects, and I can't wait to see you to the south of France in the spring. And much love and success to you, DevyMan.
Thanks a lot. My pleasure.
All right. Well, there you have it. This is the PodBrother, and you have just had a South of France experience with myself and DevyMan. And no matter what you do it with love. I'm out. Thanks.